What's in the newspapers? Well, let's find out with Dr. Prince Armah and Dr. Kobby Mensah, the doctors without stethoscopes. Good morning, gentlemen.
Doctors who can't inject.
Good morning, Cookie. Good morning, Patrice.
Doctors who can't prescribe medication.
It's okay.
Actually, I can prescribe some books for you too.
Nice. Okay, we're going to read these books. I guess they can qualify as books to some degree. The papers. Daily Graphic. Yes. Horror at Shiriso. Man kills girl 17 after raping her. Very, very disturbing story there. Very tragic event as well. And if you look inside the paper on page 5, you'll know that Patrice is now the president of Benin. Yeah, the new president is called Patrice Talon. That's the Daily Graphic for today. Yeah. Good morning, Mr. President. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. The Chronicle. Looters strike at Sports Council. Read the Chronicle for more information on that story. The Daily Dispatch. Weapons handling, NPP and the 3 South Africans. This whole saga, very interesting. Had so many things on radio yesterday. That's the Dispatch. The Finder, scramble for ECG. Companies interested in concession jump to 42. A lot of companies want a piece of the pie that ECG is giving out, and that's the Finder. The Insight, dying slowly. Patients with kidney problems can't pay their bill. We've been talking about this for some time now, and it's true. The cost of dialysis alone is staggering. That's the Insight front page. Daily Guide, NPP fights back over SA security capos. And there are the 3 gentlemen pictured again on the front page of the Daily Guide. The Ghanaian Times, gruesome murder. Jilted man rapes and kills girl and slashes others. That's the story that's also featured on the front page of the Daily Graphic. And here we've got Zanetor's application thrown out. We'll deal with this a bit more as well. This ongoing case of Clotte Kole and Nyama Ashite, Honorable Nyama Ashite and Dr. Zanetor Rawlings, and who is going to be representing the NDC in the 2016 parliamentary elections. Okay, Graphic Sports, Stars to blow away Mambas. You know the Black Stars are facing Mozambique this weekend. Let's see what happens. Okay, those are the big headlines that we have on the front pages of the newspapers. Here we go indeed. Now, I know you're very much interested in this case of what's been going on in court between Dr. Zanetor Rawlings and Honorable Nyama Ashite. But that constituency itself seems to have quite a bit of turmoil going on, even with the NPP as well. It's on page 12 in the Ghanaian Times. So let's check out the latest development in this story. Okay. Court dismisses Dr. Zanetor's application. An Accra High Court yesterday dismissed an application by Dr. Zanetor Adjman Rawlings to throw out the case challenging her eligibility to contest the Clotte Kole parliamentary seat. The court further awarded a cost of 2,500 Ghana cedis against her. When the case was called, Gary Nimaku, counsel for the plaintiff, Nyama Ashite, withdrew an application for an injunction he filed to restrain Dr. Rawlings from holding herself as the parliamentary candidate-elect of the ruling National Democratic Congress until the final determination of the matter. The court said that the grounds on which Dr. Rawlings based her application were misconceived, unmeritorious, and vexatious. Charlie, not be small. Okay. Now, obviously, we know that Nyama Ashite is contesting Zanetor's eligibility because she's not a registered voter. The EC has come out to confirm that she currently is not a registered voter. So, according to Nyama Ashite, she should not even have been allowed to contest the primaries. So he's contesting the results of those primaries. But the case still goes on and on and on. Kobby, from your perspective, where does this sit?
Well, for me, I think that if truly the EC has actually confirmed that she's not a registered voter as a result, she's not a registered voter, then I think that obviously she doesn't have the right to stand, because the Constitution actually makes it clear. Now, if you don't, if you don't register, exactly, then of course you can't vote. So I don't see how, the logic in not being able to vote, but actually being able to contest on the ticket when you can't do the base, which is just to vote. So I think that for me, if that is established, now she still has a second chance, obviously, come the next electoral cycle. Why do you want to make the issue, too contentious for you? Because as you drag on and as you get, the publicity that is not needed, you sort of kind of dilute the brand, I mean, you have a very strong brand. The Rollins brand is not easy.
Yeah, it's
a very strong brand. And I think that it could also muddy the waters for the NDC for that particular question. Remember, the MPP also has an issue. Addison and the other gentleman are actually battling it out. And there seems to be that particular constituency has actually been swinging. In 2000, 2004, it was an MPP. 2008, 2012, it was an NDC. So that constituency is not for the taking for any of them. Right. And you don't want some situation where the party will be divided. Because once the party is divided, especially in MPP corner where the other candidate is seeking independence, is trying to go independent candidate, then obviously that is tricky. But if the NDC also goes on that line, then of course it's anybody's game.
And Ivaloko is also lacking in there for the PPP.
Exactly. See, so she can sneak out. I don't know how popular she is in that particular constituency, but that's
let's go to Dr. Prince for a second. Now, Dr. Rawlings is a very strong candidate, and it's a hotcake constituency. But as Kobby said, why not wait for the next 4 years? If this is a contentious situation now, why not say, okay, it's a bit muddy, perhaps with this whole issue of me not being registered, maybe I should just let it go and go again in 4 years?
Well, I'm not too sure if the case has been fully adjudicated.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, so this is just the first stage.
April 4th.
I think what she probably did was to seek that there is no case, and that has been struck out.
Yes.
What I can say is that, the law itself, indicates that you need to be registered, to be able to contest the elections. The laws, I'm not sure, the NDC constitution, I'm not sure, is above the constitution of Ghana.
No, it is not.
So the NDC constitution probably asks that you must be registered before, but the constitution of Ghana requires also that you must be registered. However, the election will take place when you have registered. So there's a limited registration opportunity before the elections. And so somewhere next month, when the limited registration is open, Isanata goes to register. And she qualifies to contest as a member of parliament. You understand my point?
Is that the reason why she might be dragging?
So the point is that even if the NDC constitution says that you must be registered before you contest, the constitution of Ghana says that you must be registered before you contest the parliamentary seat. And by the time we go into election in November, Isanata would have been registered. So that is where I think that, it is still in court, and you need to be.
But even then, Prince, if the NDC constitution is silent on that, the assumption is that the national constitution says you've got to be a registered voter in any electoral process before you can actually contest.
Exactly.
But that includes party primaries?
Of course.
Yes, but I think the NDC constitution is not silent on that. It's clear that you need to be a registered voter.
That's right.
Okay, so Niyama is going to court on the basis of the NDC constitution. The constitution of Ghana says that you need to be a registered voter before contesting election, general election. And I'm very much sure and convinced that by November 2016, Isanato's name will be on the register.
But that will be unfair.
But the court would have determined the matter before the time.
But you see,
to disqualify her.
But the point is that whether